May you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. Lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Wow, so tell us a little bit about the song.
Oh, just a newish song by Ilana Jagoda.
A newish
It's called
Jewish
Bring
song.
in the Light.
Alana Jagoda, that we sing some of
Yeah,
her
we
songs.
sing some other songs by her. Definitely, at least two others or three others.
Well, I opened my eyes and suddenly the sanctuary is almost half full. I don't know how that happened. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos!
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom!
Welcome to our L'chaim series. We have a very meaningful Shabbat service ahead of us. And I have this poem here that my friend Mara Coven-Gelman gave me. I thought this might be a nice one to warm up with. It's about neighbors. Anyone have any neighbors that sometimes make a little bit of noise? Now, Connie's my neighbor, but I won't say. This is really a New York City story, though. It's called The People Upstairs. The people upstairs all practice ballet. Their living room is a bowling alley. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Their radio is louder than yours. They celebrate weekends all week. When they take a shower, your ceilings leak. They try to get their parties to mix by supplying their guests with pogo sticks. And when their fun at last abates, they go to the bathroom on roller skates. I might love the people upstairs more if only they lived on another floor. Yeah. I thought I have to read that at services. And there's a little art. I'll show this to Ari. It's a beautiful little picture. Bruce, you're like there beside Brella. Come on. You're just trying to put it. Yeah, he's trying to put as many obstacles as possible.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Quick show of hands. Who had their bar or bat mitzvah at Congregation Shir Shalom, Temple Beth Am, or Temple Sinai? Tonight's service is a very special one because we're going to be talking about the B'nai Mitzvah experience. And we have multi-generational speakers, Rebecca, Lily, and Ella. Now, I had the honor of being the board rep at two of the three bat mitzvahs. I'll give you three guesses which one I was not at. There was a time, believe it or not, when I was not a member of the board of this temple. But anyway, it should be a really interesting, very interesting topic. Welcome back, Ronnie. You going to be able to get up the stairs okay? We'll see. All right, well, if you need a hand, we're happy to help you. Yeah, we'll guide you. Anyway, but as we go through the L'chaim series and we look at all of the rituals in connection with Jewish life, this is one that we can all relate to. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say, and I'll stop talking now and let us get underway. I'll be back later with announcements because we still have a lot of stuff going on, as these two well know. This one up here is schwitzing because we're 2.5 weeks away?
What?
Oh, no. Yeah, we're getting close.
More like 3.5.
Oh, okay, so she hasn't gone over the edge just yet. Just yet. Anyway, Shabbat Shalom.
Never mind that the last rehearsal is the day before.
All right, I have a brand new poem. This one's by me. This is called Rules of a Life Well Lived. I think it's a good one for a B'nai Mitzvah. Hope lies not in the safety of our own isolation, but in the danger of our connections. When you hear that voice inside of your head telling you that you shouldn't, you should. When you see something you can fix it. Do not let the way of the world be the way of the world. Think about it and you will come to realize that nothing you enjoy in this life would be in your life without someone willingly putting it into your life. Love fully, live fully. and each moment of your life is another moment to be alive. All right, so we have some songs. Are we going right to Al Shlosha Devarim?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to turn in your prayer book to page 642, we have the mantra of a life well lived, the three things that we should do: prayer, and study, and acts of loving kindness. Well, so you study and deeds or prayer and acts of loving kindness.
And the mantra of the Bar Bat Mitzvah.
Yeah, exactly.
Aslocha Devarim, Aslocha Devarim, Aslocha Devarim, Havolam, Havolam, Amen. Aslocha Devarim, Aslocha Devarim, Aslocha Devarim, Havolam.
Wow, that was spectacular. Thank you.
It's an Al Shlosha Devarim mashup.
I never thought that was possible. You've changed
is
my
now.
world. We're going to turn to candle lighting. Sometimes we try to bring people up here as an honor, but we put such a obstacle course in our way. So Joe Glickman is nice enough to lead us on page 120 in the candle lighting.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvoto, v'tzivanu lecha
you want to lift the Kiddush cup, Kiddush is on page 123.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu
melech haolam, borei peri ha'galafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzah b'anu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'yama uvratzon, Ilanu, Zikaron Ma'aseh Bereshit, Ki hu Yom Tekilah, L'Mikra'ei Kodesh, Zeker L'Tziat Mitzrayim, Givanu v'charta, Yodanu ki yashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabat kodeshecha, v'yava uvratzon, in chatanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
We're going to officially welcome in Shabbat on page 138 and 139 with L'chadodi. And we're going to be singing the first, second, fifth, and ninth verses. On the ninth verse, we'll rise, we'll face the doorway over there, imagining Shabbat entering into the room. We'll bow to Shabbat and then welcome each other by waving. Welcome each other.
One more time.
remain standing for our call of community, page 146, with the Baruch Hu.
La la la, la 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 la, la la la,
We remain standing on page 149. Let's read together in the English. At the top. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and seasons glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evenings flow. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. We continue with the Shema, page 152, 153. Oh, we have a leaflet. Should we sit down first?
Yeah, you can, like we did.
All right, why don't you
last
sit
time.
down? We're going to look. This is a beautiful song. I believe the cantor wrote this song. Am I right? Did you write this?
No.
You didn't
No,
write
this
this
is a
one.
salzim.
Oh, this is
But, yeah, it has this relationship to the Shema, and this is Shema bini, Shema biti. Listen, my daughter, listen, my son. Listen to the ethics, the teachings of your father and your mother. Do not abandon all that you have learned. Do not abandon them and their teachings that have been offered to you. And this is a prayer that is offered to a bar or bat mitzvah on their special day. And it's in the leaflet on a special piece of paper.
Yeah, little
I
tiny
see.
piece.
It's a little, okay. Shema v'ni, Shema v'ni, Musar avicha. Shema v'ni, Shema v'ni, Musar avicha. Ve'yati tosh, ve'yati tosh, Torat imecha. Ve'yati tosh, ve'yati tosh, Torat imecha. Shim'i biti, Shim'i biti, Musar avich. Shim'i biti, Shim'i biti, Musar avich.
And now on 152, 153, we can remain seated.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Malchuto le'olam.
Page 154.
Yata, hey, Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavecha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol me'otecha, v'yayu ha'devarim ha'ele, Hashem Anoki mitzavcha, hayom ha'levavecha, v'shinatam levanecha, v'dibatam bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'v'lechtecha b'derech, u'v'shoftecha u'v'komecha, u'kshartam le'od hayadecha, v'hayu letotavon b'einecha, u'chtavtam V'techa u'v'shabrecha, leman tizkabru, v'asitem ekol mitzvotai, v'yitem kedoshim l'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, v'yot lachem Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem.
We continue with the Mi Chamocha, page 158. 158.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Bahelim Adonai, mi kamocha, ne'etar b'kodesh, mi kamocha. Bahelim Adonai, mi kamocha, ne'etar b'kodesh, nora tehillah, oseh peled, nora tehillah, oseh peled. Norati ilat ozepele, Norati ilat ozepele. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la.
I invite you to rise for our silent meditation starting on 164 through 170. Take this time for your own private thoughts and prayers, and whenever you're ready, you may be seated.
singer-songwriter Josh Nelson of the Josh Nelson Project wrote this beautiful setting to L'Ador Vador. That means from generation to generation. We say when we are at the climax of the bar bat mitzvah ceremony, when the Torah is being handed down from generation to generation. He wrote this beautiful setting. It's mostly in English, which is really nice, so you don't need, your prayer books. But he wrote this little comment about it, which I think he's addressing the bar bat mitzvah. And he says, take a moment and look at your own hands. These hands do not belong only to you. These are not just your hands. These are the hands of our parents and our grandparents, and these are the hands of our children and our grandchildren. These hands hold on to the past, and these hands help us shape the future. We are not alone on the road that we walk. We are carried by the generations that came before us, just as we will carry the generations that are to come. This is our hope. This is our connection. L'Ador Vador. We are gifts and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. L'Ador Vador, nagid God lecha. L'Ador Vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. L'Ador Vador, these lips will praise your name. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our hearts, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that would part. We are blessed and we are holy. We are children of your way, and the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. L'Ador Vador, nagid God lecha. L'Ador Vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. L'Ador Vador, these lips will praise your name. Try a little L'Ador Vador with me. L'Ador Vador, nagid God lecha. L'Ador Vador, we protect this
We're going to turn now to our healing prayer. A lot of people here in this room are thinking about people outside of this room or in this room. I'm going to read our list from our synagogue. And if you have other names you'd like to say, please just raise your hand. The prayer itself is on page 371. As a synagogue community, we are sending prayers to Nancy Adler, Cecil Ammerman, Lynn Bass, Ellen Bernstein, Jeff Brody, Rosemary Bergholzer, Ronnie DeBrowen, Ruth Dunphy, Kenny Duval, Jim Fagelbaum, Paul Fagenbaum, Janice Fagenbaum, Faylene Forbin, Stephen Gross, Carol Grosser, Ernie Grosser, Jill Hamilton, Mike Holt, Vicky Holt, Lori Holt, Leandra Holt, Joan Alexander Hyman, Ryan Johnson, Bill Klein, Bruce Karotkin, Dr. Thomas Langen, Latif, our delivery driver, Ben Peremsky, Gail Lewis, Robin Lewis, Fanny Markell, Joan Ohlendorf, Carol Parise, Marianne Pula, Aidan Raccoon, Linda Resnick, Mark Rodman, Tony Romano, Sarah Korn Rothschild, Marty Rubin, Randy Lifson, I think she's okay actually, Renee Schwartz, Lynn Skirtarni, Benjamin Sermon, Rodney Shapiro, Carl Schein, Raz Silver, Eric Smith, Frank Terranova, Linda Timlin, Renata and Wolfgang Toll, Judy Van Horn, Isaac Webb, Max Willig, Gail Willig Smith, Carla Batchana, and Chana Ezra Ben Shul. If you have other names, just raise your hand.
Mike Coleman, Sue Levine, Jody Roberts, and Allison Spitzer. Diane Coleman. Marie Galati.
Brad Weiner.
Ronnie Christina.
Mariella Bachelor.
Laura Kate. Debbie Clark. Jerry Schultz. Alistair Brown.
Stephanie Long, Kim O'Donnell, and Beth Katerbeck.
Joseph Blair and Liz Powell.
Bill Dickman.
We'll add in Marcia Batagol as well. We'll hold all those names into our hearts as we sing the Misha Berach, again on page 371. Complete healing of body and soul. May all those names we listed or said in our hearts, may they not feel alone. May they be comforted by our prayer. We're going to switch gears to our l'chaim. You can close your prayer books for now. And I'm going to invite up first, I think, my friend Ronnie DeBrowen. We'll see. We gave you an obstacle course here. But look at your wonderful cane.
I have a cane and I have a husband.
And you have a bionic knee, right?
I have a new knee and her name is Yami.
Yamim. Okay. It's the C. Oh, look, you're even going the scarier way. Here we go. Was it better to sit down? What's these? Okay. All right, so why don't we start with you? Maybe start with
Do you want to do the greens first and then we'll do?
Okay.
Hi. Welcome tonight. Welcome every Friday night, but welcome tonight for L'chaim, for our presentation about B'nai Mitzvah or B Mitzvah, or there are many different ways to put it. Why did it change? Gender awareness. We don't want to eliminate anybody. So, we're celebrating the Torah portion, Mishpatim. The word,
Someone said it for you to be seated, so.
okay, and I'm better, you're right. And nobody ever brings up a microphone. Mishpatim, the word means rules. Without rules, we have chaos. But also without community, we have chaos. Without rules, we have confusion. With some sort of order, some sort of regularity, some sort of expectation, it helps us all put ourselves in what places we need to. Tonight is also the repro Shabbat. What does that mean? Well, one of the rules that we learn about in Mishpatim is that women have a right to their own bodies. And so this is the night celebrated throughout North America when we celebrate the right that we have to our own bodies. We're celebrating probably the most iconic experience in Judaism, the Bar Bat Mitzvah, the B Mitzvah, the B'nai Mitzvah. While every community has its own spin, its own particular way of doing this, we can anticipate that a person of a certain age will lead parts of the service, usually on a Friday night and or a Saturday, but sometimes on a Monday or a Thursday, since in lots of communities that's also time of Torah reading. And they chant Torah, and they chant Haftarah, and they teach us something about that Torah portion, but also especially what it means to them. It has to come from them. That person is then considered a full adult Jewish member of the community. What's the magic of age 13? Have you ever met a 13-year-old? Like, is that possible? Or for some communities, 12? What are the rules? So how did this happen, these rules? One of the explanations is given in Pirkei Avot, 5:21. It lays it out. At 5 years of age, the study of Scripture. At 10, the study of Mishnah. At 13, subject to the commandments. At 15, the study of Talmud. At 18, the bridal canopy. At 20, the pursuit of a livelihood, which fascinates me. What happens once you're married for those 2 years? They're young. At 30, the peak of strength. At 40, wisdom. At 50, able to give counsel. At 60, old age. At 70, fullness of years. At 80, the age of internal strength. At 90, a bent body. And at 100, I didn't write this, as good as dead and gone completely out of the world. Pirkei Avot. Now, it seems like a ton of responsibility for a young person, being the son or daughter of commandments, being responsible for the commandments. In Maimonides' Mishnah Torah, the 12th century legal code, it states, before this time, before somebody is 12 or 13, even when they say, we know for whose sake we took the vow, or for whose sake we consecrated it. Their vows and their consecration are of no consequence. They're not held to it. After this time, and a male is 13 and 1 day, and a female is 12 years and 1 day, even though they say, we don't know for whose sake we took the vow or for whose sake we consecrated it, their vows and their consecration are binding, even if they did not manifest physical signs of maturity. This is the time when vows take effect, which is mentioned in all sources, and that's from the Mishnah Torah. Expectations are that we can have some reliance on what a 13-year-old says and does. And we know this. I mean, all kidding aside, they're thinking human beings now, and that they understand some of the consequences. Or if they err, or they come up short, it's not like a little child who doesn't have a clue. Expectations are also that a 13-year-old is starting to address their spiritual self, where they fit into the puzzle of Judaism, of mitzvot, of God. They're starting to wrestle with that, and of the community. We learn through this process of preparation, expectations, actions, and consequences. Some of the lessons as a person prepares for their bar mitzvah are time management, practice, pressure and anxiety management, and self-control. To get to the day of one's bar mitzvah is a process which involves many people, many responsibilities, and much joy. This is, of course, true in the case of adult bar and bat mitzvah as well. However, while the ceremony and party are consequential, in none of this is it necessary. All you have to do is turn 13 and a day, and you're bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah. One automatically becomes that. So let's learn how this event impacts parents and the people who've recently celebrated this marvelous event. So I'm wondering if Rebecca Green and Lily Green and Ella Green can come up. And then we'll talk a little bit with Harvey, who teaches, helps, leads, drags bar bat mitzvahs. Hi.
So if you aren't aware, Rebecca here runs a podcast called Whiny Palooza. It's a wonderful parenting top 10 parenting podcast. And what we're going to be doing now is actually based on the podcast. They actually did this in a podcast version.
Okay, so this is time limited, so we're gonna give succinct answers, okay, girls? And you can say pass if you don't like my question.
I also have some.
Okay, okay. Do you wanna go first, or do you want me to start?
I want to know from you, what motivated you to take on this huge responsibility for each of your daughters? Because it's a huge responsibility on the parent.
Where's Seth? I have 3 children. So for Max, it was a no-brainer. We wanted to definitely do it. For Ella, I think we asked Ella, and Ella wanted to do it, which we can ask her why.
Yeah.
And then for Lily, I said to my husband, I'm exhausted, can we skip it? And he said, no, we're doing all 3. And I said, okay, this is very important, let's do it. But it's huge, it's exhausting. I mean, I'm so glad we did it, but I was really tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only had 2 and I was tired. So.
Yes.
So carry on, you guys.
So why did you both want to have your, am I allowed to say bat
You can
mitzvah?
say whatever you want.
Okay.
There's
Yes.
no rules.
Okay, so why did you both want to have your bat mitzvah?
Well, I feel like seeing my brother and sister do it was kind of just like a given. Like, it's just like a big accomplishment, and like it's important to do it. And I feel like just like being able to say that I had a bar mitzvah is like super important to me. And like I feel like religion is like a big portion of like your life, and I feel like doing it was like taped on for that.
I just felt that it was really important to my parents, to my community, and even to my grandparents who are here today. And so I felt like it was almost a duty I had as a member of this amazing community, and as having all these people around me who wanted this for me, I just felt like it was a no-brainer.
Can I ask each of you how it changed you? Did it change you? And if it did, how?
I feel like it just like kind of like boosted my confidence, as like you can like do whatever like you set your mind to, because like it's like a hard task to take on.
Huge.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
So mine was a little while ago, so my memory might not be absolutely perfect, but I think I totally agree with my sister that it gave me a lot more confidence, and it also made me feel like, yeah, like I actually am Jewish, and it's not just something that my parents say I am, like this matters to me too.
Think about the fact that most young people, age 13, do not have to give a speech, lead a service, read a new, relatively new language to them in front of a whole bunch of people, sing that language. It's an astonishing thing. I think it gives Jewish kids a basis for being able to, I'm not kidding, defend their doctoral thesis or stand up in front of a different crowd or present at work. Or at 13, you've stood up in front of everybody and God and done an astonishing feat. And I think it stands all of us in good stead.
Yeah. I'm curious what else you learned about yourself from doing your bat mitzvah.
You want to go first?
She'll think.
I mean, I've always been a very outspoken person. I've always felt most myself when I'm in front of a crowd, and this just really cemented that for me because I got to be in front of a lot of people again, and I got to do something that mattered, and that was really important, and it gave me a lot of confidence, like I said before.
I feel like it also helped with like public speaking, because like some people can be really anxious with that, and like sometimes I get like that and it helped. And also like when it comes to like doing something and not procrastinating it, like it helped me in that area too.
Well, so I'm going to answer this question for you and then hand the mic to Ella. But I was going to ask them what they're most proud of, and when we were finished, Lily said, I just did that in front of all of those people. And I could tell how proud you were of yourself, and it just felt so worth it that it was such an incredible experience for you. Is there anything else you were proud of?
No, I can't think of it.
I think I was just most proud that I was able to get the Hebrew and that I was able to get through the service.
Yeah.
Do either of you have a question for your mom or the cantor or the rabbi in terms of what, do you have any questions about the process or anything about bat mitzvah that you wish you had been able to ask? Anything that still drives you a little crazy?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
So this is a question for all of them, I think, collectively. What have you learned about yourself through seeing this, either as a parent or just as an adult, a mentor figure? And also for the rabbi and the cantor doing this so many times.
Yeah, does it ever get old?
I'll speak. It never gets old. Every single one is absolutely different. Just like every person, each person has a personality. Every single bar bat mitzvah has its own personality. And what I've learned about myself is that I see other people. I struggle sometimes learning, and I struggle sometimes, I don't show it, but sometimes I have a really hard time speaking, like tip of the tongue syndrome, they call it. So and this is not like, oh yeah, when you get old, that happens to you. No, this has been since I've been a teenager or earlier. So when I see other people struggle with the same things, it fortifies me to just keep continuing on and continuing on. So we're all helping each other in this.
What I learned about myself, was that the question? So I learned how incredible it is for me to bring all of my loved ones together. And I think I forget that because we don't do it very often, but we got to bring so many people together, and I just realized how important that is to me. Yeah. So looking back, I'm curious what you would do differently.
I feel like I just like wouldn't stress myself out so much. Like I feel like the Hebrew and like the speeches and stuff, like I thought about it way too much, and like I'm an overthinker when it comes to that stuff. So like not thinking so much.
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't change a thing. I mean, if my memory serves, it went really well, and I'm really proud of it still to this day.
Okay, I have one thing. That I want. I would want Ella to change the complaining. And I love you dearly, but she was like, "This is so hard." How many times did she say? And you did it, and you did a great job. You want to go? You want me to go?
You can go. One more, and then I'll bring up Harvey.
What was the most memorable moment?
I feel like hearing like the rabbi's speech like towards me, as well as like just like seeing everyone there and like all my family together. It like meant a lot to me.
I concur, just seeing everyone together was really impactful and memorable.
It was so cool. The rabbi gave a speech, and he was talking about how you did all three. You did all three of my children's bar and bat mitzvahs, and that was, and baby naming for Lily. It was incredible. What an experience. So special.
Rabbi, is there anything you want to add? Well, I'll add later. All right. Okay, let's bring up Harvey. I just want to add something while we switch people.
But let's give them
I feel like the Judaism occasionally gets lost. And so many years ago, there was a book written called Keeping God on the Guest List. And it's in its third printing, or third iteration, actually, now. And so it's a way to help remind us that it's not just a giant wedding where the kid doesn't go away. It's a ceremony that is self-changing, soul-changing, life-changing. Hi. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell everybody the role that you play in terms of bar and bat mitzvah in the community?
Well, my name is Harvey Horowitz. I am right now the bar mitzvah, b'nai mitzvah tutor, the B mitzvah tutor at Shir Shalom. I have been the bar bat mitzvah tutor at Temple Bethel. I was bar bat mitzvah tutor at Temple Sinai for a while. And it's what I've been doing for the last, I don't know how many years. After 200, I stopped counting. Not 200 years, 200 students. I did want to mention that you described so well what goes through the child's mind. But in the old days, and I mean real old, even before I was bar mitzvah, the father used to say at a bar mitzvah, Baruch shepatarani me'onsho shel zeh. Thank you, God, for freeing me from the responsibility of disciplining this child.
Also, the parent no longer has to be punished on account of the child. The child gets punished on account of themselves,
Same idea.
which is great. In all of those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bar and bat mitzvahs that you prepared over the years, are there things that Are there any that particularly stand out? And I don't name names, just is there an experience or two that you'd either wish you had never had or wish you could have every time? Experiences aren't always good, so.
But the bad experiences, I'm afraid I've forgotten.
Good. That's nice.
But I've had lots of good experiences. So many kids are able to do things that I know that at 13 I couldn't do. I couldn't, for my bar mitzvah, it was a completely different format. I went to a Hebrew school that was a community Hebrew school. It was not connected with a synagogue. There was no rabbi, no cantor. The emphasis was on reading Hebrew, so you could perform at your bar mitzvah, but, well, girls too, but their bar mitzvahs in those days were completely different. They weren't allowed to read from the Torah in an Orthodox congregation. I guess they still aren't.
Haftarah? Not on
But yeah,
Shabbat.
they do that now. And in those days, girls used to give a speech on a Friday night, and that was the bat mitzvah. But at this Hebrew school, they really emphasized Hebrew. And even during, when I was in Hebrew school, we also had junior congregation. And a few years, when I was maybe 9 or 10, one of the leaders of junior congregation invited the older kids to learn how to read Torah. So that's when I first learned. And I enjoyed it, and we took turns each week. Another one of us would read 3 verses of Torah, not very much. And then I had, Haftarah I learned by myself. I think I got I looked at the music in the back of the Hertz Chumash and used the trope. They have the music for different kinds of cantillation back there. And I learned it from there. But then I was a day camp counselor around age, I thought it was 14, but I forgot the 2 years I went to Habonim Camp Moshava. But I was a day camp counselor for Bernie Rosenthal and Bill Eisner, Camp Sightseeing in Ellicott City, Maryland. Uncle Bill and Uncle Bernie also had a resident camp up the hill. They really were completely separate. But one of the families that was thinking of sending their kid to the resident camp, the Weintraubs, were afraid that since Stanley's bar mitzvah was in September, he would forget everything he learned over the summer and he wouldn't be ready for his bar mitzvah. So it became my job to make sure that he kept practicing his bar mitzvah every day. We met at lunchtime, and he had only learned half of his haftarah. He had to just learn a haftarah. So from his reciting the haftarah that he knew, and from me watching him, I was able to teach the rest of it. And that was probably the first student I take any credit for. But years later, at Bethel, it wasn't like nowadays at Beth Tzedek, they do a haftarah every week, they read Torah every week, but there's a guy, Harvey Lichtblau, is in charge of haftarot. He's got haftarot scheduled for months in advance. If you want a haftarah next week, too bad, can't have it. But if you want it in 6 months when you have a yahrzeit or something, you get on his list. Same thing with Torah reading. Larry Boxer schedules all the Torah readings. In the old days, Cantor Spindler used to do it all. Now different people take turns doing it, including the rabbi and Zahava, the chazan-elect, the cantor-elect. But at Bethel, it was different. When we walked into the temple, the person in charge of honors would say, "Would you like to do the haftarah today?" There was a group of maybe half a dozen of us who could do the haftarah. We did some preparation during the service. Instead of participating in the service, we would practice. And that's where I really got the practice. Well, there were, if you remember, Cantor De Bruin of blessed memory retired, and they needed bar mitzvah tutors, and bat mitzvah tutors. So there was a cadre of maybe 4 of us who were doing that. And then Bethel hired a cantor and fired the cantor, but they were back to us again. Then they hired another cantor. She got sick. She finally died from cancer. So they needed bar and bat mitzvah tutors, and Larry Boxer, I, and someone else were doing all the tutoring for B'nai Mitzvah. Also at Temple Sinai, I was doing some of the tutoring. Then came B'nai Shalom. Then came Beth Am. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think Rabbi Horowitz was tutoring the B'nai Mitzvah here for Torah reading. This was, of course, in the days of Rabbi Tannenbaum, and I don't know who the cantor before that was, the retired cantor.
Was it Susan Whaley?
Not yet. Barbara Osfeld, and she had retired. So they were looking for a B'nai Mitzvah tutor. Sharon Jacobs was teaching the prayers, and she needed somebody to teach the Torah and Haftarah, and she hired me. And if you want to know how many years ago, you have to ask Linda Bergman, because she's here 1 year longer than I. So, I don't remember what year.
And I started when she was 4. 24 years.
So for me, it would be 23 years. Okay. We used to give out tape cassettes. Then we went to CDs. I loved the CDs because I could put a beautiful picture in the front of each one with the building, and I had a nice playlist. But now it's just an attachment, an MP3 file attached to an email. It's really gone downhill in that respect. You're probably going to ask about some of the different accommodations we make to different kinds of students. I didn't answer your question about what are the bar mitzvahs I really remember, but well, I better not. I won't say anything like that.
Okay,
I couldn't say without. But as far as accommodations, I did want to mention that you can get a Haftarah booklet where the different tropes are in different colors. If you're interested, you can look on do a Google search of color-coded Haftarah, and you'll get a bunch of them.
Too.
You can do it with Torah. So one student last summer was interested in that for the Torah reading, so he made his own, and we worked on it together, and it was successful for him. And then I have a student right now who tried it a month ago, and after the first Aliyah, he gave up on it. It was too much work. He thought it would be easier just to learn the melodies themselves. But if a student has trouble with a melody, for instance, if we were trying to teach Mapach Pashta Munach Katon, I might say something like, Ronnie Dubrowen has a brand new Yamin. And I got to say this one, Zahava uses cheesy pasta tastes better in 2 bowls. And she has the kids repeating that, and that's the way they learn trope. Penny Myers, Rabbi Cantor Penny Myers used to do dancing. Mercha, Tipcha, they learned with all the senses, with all the...
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
It goes down to go up, to go under, to the double dots.
I try that with the kids up and down, and some of them do not understand enough music to understand. I sing bum, 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 and they sing bum, bum, bum. I say, no, it's bum, 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 A, C, F. They can't get it. So eventually they get it. But whatever they do, the music, I tell them, the music is not important. The words are the important thing. And they all have been doing a great job with the words.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to thank the entire panel. Thank you guys, the Green family and Harvey, for tonight's fascinating discussion. Thanks, Rabbi. Oh, there you are. Rabbi Alex and Cantor Frank for continuing to support this wonderful year of our L'chaim celebration. Of course, even though she's not here tonight, I want to thank Joanne. She just keeps it all going.
This is the most important part of a bar mitzvah. They have the thank yous at the end.
That's true. We couldn't ever have this learning experience without the incredible generosity of Michael Berger. Thank you, Michael. And thanks Joe Glickman, our Board of Trustees president, for his support for this program. Evie, I always feel your hand on my back and your voice in my ear, so thank you. Next month, on Friday evening, March 13th.
No, we're switching to the 20th.
Next month, on Friday evening, the 20th, we shall be learning a bit about the Jewish wedding ceremony, which is a perfect topic to announce the day before Valentine's Day. And of course, we learned tonight from Pirkei Avot, that's when you're 18 years old. So you greens, you better hurry up and get ready.
Oh, man.
They say that when spring arrives, love is in the air. And this will be just prior to, actually, it will be the first night. That is spring. Oh, that's so perfect, the 20th of spring. Which will be so welcomed considering this winter we've had. I invite everybody here to enjoy the oneg, which Zach Rosenblum and his staff at Bloom and Rose have prepared. Perhaps some of the food will bring you back to your Bora Bat Mitzvah. Enjoy, and Shabbat Shalom.
And thank you, Ronnie, as well. But we need Harvey over here because we have a special presentation for him through Joe. So come on, we got a little surprise for him. Come on over here. Just be careful. We'll bring everything.
Harvey, this is an honor well overdue. On behalf of the Board of Directors, Rabbi Alex, Cantor Frank, the teachers of Shir Shalom, and especially all the B'nai Mitzvah over the years, 24 years, they want to thank you, and we thank you. We take a moment to honor Harvey for years of dedication to the youth of Buffalo. Harvey is the person that guides our youth through their B'nai Mitzvah. Let me read the words on this wonderful plaque, this honor to you. I can read through the plastic. With deep gratitude for decades of scholarly tutoring of our bar and bat mitzvah students, we honor your devotion, guidance, and lasting impact on our community. Congregation Shir Shalom, 21326. Congratulations, and thank you for the years of dedication.
Thank you, Tom.
It's been a pleasure. So take that.
Beautiful.
It's not enough, but
Beautiful.
it's what we can give you tonight. So thank you very much.
The most important thing, Harvey, we got to get you down there safely.
Yes.
I think you should take your
Good.
hand,
Come this
because
way.
we have a piano over there.
Harvey, his musical background, he often would always dance right over here on the side. And for years, we would have the podium right next to the side. And he tried to give all the rabbis and cantors heart attacks.
Heart
before.
attacks.
But he's very nimble,
His
so
heels would be hanging off the edge there.
yeah. It was a musicality to it.
And we hope for another 24 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we have the three that was trained. Are there any other B'nai Mitzvahs that were trained by Harvey here? Oh, Nick is over here. Yeah. And Laura? Oh, yeah. We got some of the adults even here. Look at that. We have a couple of them. We are now going to be transitioning our service. And thank you again, Ronnie, for leading it and for the Whiny Palooza radio broadcast. And of course, Harvey, I didn't know most of the things, so thank you. In answer to your question, was it Lily or Ella? One of them. I'd never think of a child as just a child. They're on their way to adulthood. And I always think whenever I'm standing up with them, what will they be like? What are they going to do in the world? And I'm already getting like proud of their adult self, even when they're just 13. And I kind of am dreaming. I feel like we're holding them up for their future. And it's a wonderful thing that our synagogue community is able to provide. So we're going to turn to Aleinu on page 586. And I know Naomi, you want to come on up? I invite you to rise. 586.
Aleinu l'shabeach Adon hakol, לתת גדולה יוצא בראשית, שבו עשנו כאלוהי הרצון, ולא
591. As the curtains and gates are closed, I invite you to be seated. We're going to turn to our Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. We had a number of losses this week. First of all, we did the funeral of Louis Bernstein, who was living in the Batavia area, and we got to hear from his friend Mike. He was a wonderful human being who loved German Shepherds. Yeah, you guys appreciate it. We also lost, we have the family of Marion Tasman here. We're thinking about you guys. What a wonderful teacher she was in the Canton district, and just a wonderful leader. She could do crosswords until right before she passed. And then I just got to know Carol Bauda here, and this is Terry Cohen's good friend. I haven't read about her yet, but what a beautiful picture she has. Terry will share. We also lost in the last month Fred Leland and Henry Zeev. May their memories be a blessing. On our yard site list from years past, we have Abraham Ackerman, Ann Amram, Robert Bass, Ruth Berger Cohen, Samuel Berman, Dorothea Brooks, Fanny Brown, Joel Kamhai, Joel Caviar, Alan Cowan, Alan Crandell, Harry N. Faxstein, Jack Fried, Martin Friedlander, B. Goldberg, Deborah Gummins, Minnie Herman, Molly Jacoby, Bruce S. Kushner, Dorothy Clampert, Clarice Mindel Vici, Barbara Joyce Mindell, Margaret Moscato, Lillian Zanger Notorious, Benjamin Nosnitsky, Bernard Panar, Betty Pellis, Ray Pleskin, Abraham Pugash, Gilda Rakin, Leah Reich, Howard Schoenfeld, Hannah Seitz, Barney Silverman, Anna Sugarman, Andrew Valentina, Vincent Vizzi, Rose Weisbrot, and Robert Wisbaum. And I should mention, it's not her Hebrew date, but today is the 17th anniversary and Cantor Susan Whaley, and it happened. Yesterday was the anniversary, sorry, but as Rella reminded me, that's when we met, because I came in here to support Temple Beth Am at the time, and Rella informed me she was working in the office that morning. So it was the Friday morning, and the Thursday, the 12th, was when it happened. To all the 49 people that passed, it continues to be a really sad part of our Buffalo community. If you have other names you'd like to say, just raise your hand. Yeah.
Dr. Fred M. Silver. Fanny Rothman.
Naomi's friend Stu lost his aunt.
I think there was a dog in the Green family. What was your dog's name? Tanner. Okay, yeah, very sad. A good dog. Oh, we had some more. Annette Lowinger, thank you. All those whose custom it is to rise, page 598. Yitgadal, v'yitkadash, shemei rabbah, v'yalma, divrach, hirite, v'yamlik malchute, v'chayechon, v'yamachon, v'chayed, echol beit Yisrael, b'agalav, v'zman kariv, yimru, amen. Yehi shmei rabbah, mevarach, le'olam, olmei olmaya. Yitbarak, v'yishtabak, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei dekudashah, brechu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma v'yimru, amen. Yehi shlomer abamin shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru, amen. Oseh shalom b'yimramav, huyaseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'yal kol Yishvei tevel v'yimru, amen. May the one who creates harmony and high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world, and we say amen. You may be seated. Zikranam levracha. May their memories always be for a blessing. I'm bringing up Bruce Chorus here. And actually, we're going to need Lily and Ella again to pick some names in a minute, if you want to come on up.
Good choice. Very good. Shabbat Shalom again, everyone. A special thank you to, of course, the Green family and to Harvey. I've been lucky enough to be the board rep at probably more B'nai Mitzvahs than anyone else. The joke is when it's time for B'nai Mitzvahs, the rabbi, there's the cantor, there's Bruce. We're up here on the bima. And at the end, when the kids give their thanks, it's, I'd like to thank the rabbi, and I'd like to thank the cantor, and I'd really like to thank Mr. Horowitz. So thank you, Mr. Horowitz, for everything that you do. And of course, thank you to the rabbi, the cantor, and Sean for a lovely service. You picked really perfect music tonight. That was really perfect. Thank you also to Ronnie, limping on back, and to Evie for all your work on the Adult Education Committee. And thank you to Michael Berger for his generous support of our program. We appreciate that. And for sponsoring tonight's Onig. And Joanne and Ilan as well. Thank you all. Thank you to all the Bergers. And Eliza, who's not here but is on our board. So thank you to all the Bergers for everything that you do for Temple. Speaking of the Onig, in honor of B'nai Mitzvahs, he's prepared Chinese food. So how perfect is that? Thank you to our service greeters this evening, Barry and Evie and Sherry Jo and Randy in from Baltimore. We appreciate all your help. Tomorrow morning we have Torah study at 9 a.m. at Temple Beth Zedek, also via their Zoom. Shabbat morning service and Kiddush luncheon is at 10:45. That is also at Temple Beth Zedek. Religious school will be closed this Sunday in honor of President's Week. The next session will be Sunday, March 1st. We want to thank everyone that purchased Super Bowl squares to benefit the religious school. So thank you for supporting that. And congratulations to those of you who had winning squares. Quick show of hands. Is there anyone here, I'm looking at you, Ronnie, is anyone here who actually went to Woodstock? No? Oh, I thought you were a Woodstock girl. Anyway.
Ari raised her.
You went to Woodstock? Outstanding. How many of you wish you went to Woodstock? Oh, there we go. Purim is your chance to make up for that. You will have the opportunity to come to the Purim Spiel. We will have more music stars on this bima than has been in any one place since Live Aid and Woodstock. This will be just like Woodstock, without the mud and without the hallucinogenics. Although, having read the rabbi's script, I believe there were some hallucinogenics involved. Anyway, the Purim Spiel, Popstar Purim Pandemonium, is Monday, March 2nd. The evening begins at 6 o'clock with pizza. The 7 o'clock, of course, is the Megillah reading, featuring a hula hoop, I hope. And then the Purim Spiel itself, and then the Hamantash and Onig to follow at 8. Thank you to everyone who supported our hospice bouquet sale. We appreciate you taking part in that. By the way, I have announcements, and I have Julia. I have an email from Julia that we have to add to the announcements, so I will not forget. Tikkun Olam Team's February collection will be food items for Amherst Little Free Pantry at the Unitarian Universalist Church. There are emails going out with what they are looking for. The Women of Shir Shalom will be meeting on Sunday, February 22nd at 10:30 a.m. in the Temple Kitchen to assemble the bags that they will be delivering to our members who don't get out, and that will be for Purim. If you'd like to help on that day or help deliver the bags before Purim, please contact Jackie Korchowski. Also on Sunday, February 22nd, later in the day at 2 o'clock, the women of Shir Shalom will be going to see the JRT performance of Sheltered, and then going out for Mexican dinner to follow. Contact Sheila Bernard to RSVP if you're going to the play, dinner, or both. And what?
It is just about at capacity, so if anybody wants to still go to the play and get tickets for Hadassah, let me know tonight.
Oh, okay. Ellen says they're just about sold out. So if you're thinking of going to the play with the women of Shir Shalom, talk to Ellen immediately after the services, please. And then from Julia, the women of Shir Shalom are having a cooking event with Robin Kurse. That is on March 9th at 5:30 p.m. Robin will demonstrate how to cook Jewish comfort foods from around the world. They will be cooking together and then, of course, sitting down and eating everything that they make. There will also be dairy-free and gluten-free options for those who request. You should contact Amy O'Donnell to RSVP. Important announcement. As you may have heard, Beth Israel congregation in Jackson, Mississippi was targeted with an arson attack. Second time in their history that happened. And they have established a Beth Israel Rebuilding Fund. We would like to help them, so we are collecting here at Temple. If you could send in a check, make it out to Shir Shalom, but put Beth Israel on the check. What we'll do is we'll put everything together, and then we'll send one very large check from our temple to them to help in their rebuilding. Rabbi Alex is heading to Philadelphia in March. He and some members of the congregation will be going to the Reconstructing Judaism Convention. That's March 12th to 15th in Philadelphia. I'm told that there are some scholarship funds available to help if you're interested in going. Talk to Rabbi Alex or Jill Hamilton if you are interested. We have Spring Fest coming up. That is returning, but we're doing it a little differently this year. We are having it at Transit Lanes on Saturday, March 14th. We're going to have bowling, dancing with a DJ, a buffet, and more. It is only $40 a person with a cash bar. You can make your reservations on our website. This is an adult event, so leave the kids home for this one, but we have another thing planned for the kids coming up a little bit later. If you need anything at all, please feel free to reach out to the rabbi, the cantor, Todd, Joe, Joanne, or myself. Since Joanne is on vacation this week, try not to call her more than 3 times a day. She would appreciate that. And you saw, I had custody of the Chai Club tickets since Joanne is not here. This is week 12, so we're coming up on the big drawing, which of course is the night of the Purim Spiel.
I want to know if Robert's name is going to get called again. Let's see.
Green Kids.
Mix it up.
You know, I bumped into one of our former bingo regulars last week, and when I left, he said, "Shake 'em up." So, Lily?
You don't have to read it, we'll figure, unless you want to try.
$18, Judy Feldman.
Oh.
Ella?
She was looking away, sure.
$36, Mark Nightinger, who is not here this evening.
Maybe you'll pick your name.
54.
54? I don't know what to say.
Rafi Merwis.
Oh, it's the Mirwises. Okay.
Mirwis, okay.
Yeah, Mirwis Pykoffs.
Okay.
He's the son.
Great. Well, congratulations to our winners. Thank you to everyone who took part in Chai Club. Nicely done. And the big drawings, of course, are the night of the Purim Spiel. That'll be 180, 360, and 540. So
Yeah, you still
if
have
you
time
won,
to
your
purchase.
tickets went back in.
All right, Cantor, let's conclude here with Adon Olam, page 625. This is what the kids, all the non-Jewish kids, they come to the bar bat mitzvahs and they learn Adon Olam, right? They love it after.
Yeah. Happy. Adon Olam.
Adon Olam,
Hashem Halach.
Asher Malach,
B'terem kol.
B'terem Kol,
Yitzin Nivra. Li'et Nasa.
Le'et Nasa,
B'chef Soko. Hazan Lalek. ככלות הכל, לבדו ימלוך נרע אדון עולם, והוא היה, והוא הווה, והוא יהיה ותפארה אדון עולם, אדון עולם,
אדון עולם,
השם הרב,
אשר מלך,
בטרם כל,
בטרם כל,
יציר נברא, לעת נשא,
בעת נשא,
בחפצו אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, והוא אחד ואין שני, לחמשילו להכבירה אדון עולם, ובראשית ונתכלית, ולא העוז והמשרה אדון, everyone, אדון עולם,
אדון עולם,
אשר מלך,
אשר מלך,
בטרם כל,
בטרם כל,
יציר נברא, לעת נשא,
לעת נשא,
בחפצו אזי מלך, to the last verse, בידו, בידו, אחיו רוחי, בעת תשען ואירה אדון עולם, ועם רוחי גביעתי, אדון לי ולא יירא אדון עולם, אדון עולם,
אדון עולם,
השם מלך,
אשר מלך,
בטרם כל,
בטרם כל,
יציר נברא, לעת נשא,
בעת נשא,
בחפצו אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Amen. As you came in peace, please return in peace and return your prayer books minus the leaflet to the front and enjoy our own egg. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. Lahadlik ner Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Shalom, and may you have a peaceful day. Shabbat. Shalom, may you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. Lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom, as we watch the candles shine. Shabbat shalom, cover the challah, pour the wine. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. Lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom, time to take a big deep breath. Shabbat shalom, a special day for us to rest. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
it anyway? Yes. Thank you, I almost forgot. That's like a real hole in my schedule there. No, Lisa and I. Oh, yeah. Do you really? Oh, yeah, how fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just got to take one class with her over the summer. And that was so fun. It was good. I think that the best one I came away from that class was writing a kitchen. I want to see writing a kitchen. Oh. Do you want to come up as an honor? Oh, I don't know, sure. Yeah, oh, that's good. Like I said, it's weird. Okay. Like updating. Because right now I'm only in what you want in class, so. But it still doesn't stop my. You know what I mean?
But for every rough side of it, there's still good people out there who still do good.
We're trying to get Heather to come out
Which is good. I mean, Charlie's here today. That doesn't happen.
So I have a class at 3:30, so I think like before, so 4 o'clock is fine. But like next week, I don't have that class. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we can do it at 3:30, that, so we're talking about the 17th. Andrews. Oh, can you write that?
Yeah, When I was married to Dad, oh my gosh, I have to spell it every time. And nobody can pronounce it.
And this on the 17th is going to be at 2:30 to 3:30, so it'll be at 4. Okay? But then on the 24th, will be at 3:30. I have to check that. I gotta check with somebody else
Okay.
here. I'll let you know, okay?
Yeah.
It'll definitely be at 3:30 or 4. I just don't know which is our bye week, and I have some fellow dancers here, so I can find out from them.
I think she probably had like only one burning question about the process. She wanted to know if she had any input for which tunes, for which songs. She loves them. She like has favorite tunes, just like me.
Well, as long as, we would love to have like Sean involved, so, for the most part, it'd be good if it's something that's traceable.
Oh,
Do
it's
you know
like
what I mean?
it's
Like-
traditional.
Yeah,
It's
traceable
traditional.
stuff, so I can hand over the music.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause the congregation loves to sing along,
Oh,
and she's
no,
gonna
it's
love
all
it too.
traditional.
Good. So it's all like, the congregation, it's better for her if the congregation's singing along.
Right,
And
right.
she doesn't feel like this is like
Yeah.
an aria where she's like,
No,
everyone's singing.
no, nothing new. She's like me, and she likes the older stuff. She likes the old stuff, like we're doing. Like, you know.
Oh, I like your voice.
Thank you.
That's so nice. Yeah, we can do, that's Freudenthal.
Is it? I have no idea what they're all called.
And then, well, that's the composer.
Okay.
And we could definitely do that.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. Oh, so you're like a classic reformer.
Yeah, so I grew up going to conservative schools, and also, well, I moved like every 3 or 4 years growing up. So, like, even some places were such tiny little congregations that it was mixed, like an Orthodox rabbi and conservative congregants and reverend.
Yeah, of course, they have like these